Hey, what's going on everybody? It's ETAPRIME back here again. Today we're going to be testing out The Last of Us Part 1 on the Steam Deck. So this just released the day I'm making this video. I've been in the game for a little while now, messing around with the settings, and this is something I definitely want to play through on the Steam Deck. But I figured I'd go ahead and make a quick video just to show you the performance we're getting right now. Like I mentioned, day of release, it's not Steam Deck verified. Now this could change at any moment, but just keep in mind, at the time of making this video, it's not Steam Deck verified. It's got an unknown badge here. I've been in the game, messing around with the settings, and it definitely looks like this is going to be a 30 FPS game on the Steam Deck. Now with some of the newer AAA games that have been releasing, we've been able to get around 45 FPS. In some cases, we've been able to get 60 with FSR set to ultra performance, very low settings. And I'm sure that more optimizations will be had for this game to get a little better performance out of it. But I'll tell you, I really think that, even after the optimizations and everything like that, we're still going to be working with kind of a 30 FPS game. Now, I do want to mention that there's no violence in this video, and any kind of cursing or anything like that will be bleeped out. I'm going to try not to put any in here. But as you can see, the way I've got it set up right now, our rendering resolution is set at 432 by 272, which is really low, but it's still a bit early. Base resolution is at 1280 by 800. All low settings and FSR set to ultra performance. Out of the box, this is all low settings, 800p, FSR set to performance, and even with the Steam Deck's refresh rate locked at 30 FPS, we get some dips into the mid-20s. So yeah, we definitely need some optimizations for this game, but you can get a pretty stable 30 FPS with this game using the settings I have here, which is basically all low, ultra performance on FSR, and I've got the Steam Deck's refresh rate at 30 FPS. Messing around with the TDP and the GPU clocks don't help. I've messed around with it quite a bit, trying to get a little better performance out of it. Really comes down to, this being a really new game, it's just going to be harder to run on the Steam Deck. And with this game, if you've ever played through any of them, there are some really intensive areas with some explosions and things like that, but a lot of it is scavenging. You'll have a few enemies here and there that you kind of need to pick off. It should be a pretty playable experience on this machine. Now in the next few days, I'll be able to kind of finish this up, and I'll come back with another video if we get any more big optimizations. But I wanted to show you this running here. And I've got a few sections that I've gone through just to show you the kind of performance you can expect. With this first section here, I just used the stock settings. I wanted to see what it would do out of the box. This is a really demanding section. Lots of NPCs, lots of explosions, got some lighting effects and things like that. And as you can see, it's really struggling to keep a steady 30 FPS. It actually can't do it in this section. But we've got FSR set to performance here. And as soon as you start the game up, I would highly recommend just setting it to ultra performance. That's about what we're going to change here. Another section coming in. Now we are at ultra performance, and even with these long draw distances, you can see it dip down to around 28 FPS, kind of picked itself right back up. Not bad, and it does feel pretty decent on the Steam Deck. A lot of the indoor sections aren't going to give you much issue because we don't have long draw distances. There's still a lot going on here, but in fact, indoors, like an area right here, we could go up to 45 FPS, but stopping everything to swap it over really doesn't make sense. So locking it down at 30 is going to be your best bet right now. But yeah, the question really was, does The Last of Us Part 1 work on the Steam Deck? It does, at a low frame rate and a low resolution. Now, if you're kind of a hardcore gamer and you really just want to get in it for the gameplay, then I could recommend picking this game up for PC. But if the Steam Deck is your only PC and you're buying it specifically for the Steam Deck, I would wait at least a week just to see what happens. I'm sure this will go verified and we might get a bit better performance, but I think even though we get some optimizations tailored specifically for the deck, I think it's still going to be a 30 FPS game. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Wanted to make it quick. I might have another video coming up in the next week or so if we get a little better performance. But that's it for this one. Like always, thanks for watching.